Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. Welcome to your July reading. We're going to use the 9-card spread, take a look at thoughts, feelings, actions, get you some practical advice to go with that, and just see where this reading takes us. I want to encourage you to check out what's going on Facebook. We're working with Venus over there as she transits through Leo. She will be there until the 1010 gateway. So she'll be retrograding during your birthday sun sign season. So let's see. Wow, you have different cards than everybody else for sure. This is a whole other story. Okay, here we go. So long-awaited change coming in. We've got the storks here coming in. You have the sun and the moon. So we start off this month with the moon in full moon in Capricorn on July 3rd. That is energy that trines yours. It's about releasing and letting go, almost a harvesting of something that started about 6.5 years ago. So think about December of 2016. There's a completion of a cycle in order to create space for something new to come in. We get a new moon that is happening in Cancer. That is an energy of choice and decision making. And so this energy, the space that you're clearing, is now allowing you to open up the space to start something new that has another 6.5 year cycle. And then we get back to normal cycles on these moons. And then we have a full moon that happens in Aquarius on the 31st. And on the 31st or the 1st, depending on where you are. And so that one in Aquarius is in the energy of, oh gosh, where would that be for you? That would be in the 8th house of transformation. Ooh. So that is another big energetic shift that is happening. You have a lot of opportunity to really change things and move things forward. It is about anchoring down into your goals, your dreams, and your desires. So what is fun for you? That's the key. Where's the joy? Where do you find the happiness? That's your key. Because here we have this little dog of loyalty, but it's also it's a sea lion, right? It's about having fun. It's about feeling like you're in the swim of things. It's really just finding the joy and the happiness. And you are seeking to, the key here is up in where you were looking for the information. And so you are looking for what brings the joy and the happiness, and you're really being encouraged to anchor into the heart space, what it is that you truly want, that you truly desire. That is the lot going on here. And so where you've been hesitant to move forward, that long-awaited change is happening. I'm actually going to start here with the heart space, and then we're going to get into this other stuff, because I feel like there is a very strong message here around that. So we have these two small children in the action to take. And so that's partly about noticing the small things and finding the joy in them. It's also about opportunity to do more than one thing at the same time. You have free from judgment, free to love. In the heart space, when we love ourselves fully and unconditionally, when we don't try to be perfect, but we can love ourselves because we're not perfect, when we love ourselves for our uniqueness and find the value in that, then it allows us to be free of these kinds of harsh critical judgments of others. Always our toughest critics, right? And this opens the door to love. So I find that fascinating. So here we have the sun and the moon in your thoughts, right? So these are opposing forces, but they're both luminary. And it's as within, so without. And the transformation is going on within you. That's why this heart space is so important here. The transformation is happening within you, and it is allowing you to shine your light out into the world and draw and attract to you the abundance that you seek. Whether it is abundance in relationships or in financial, spiritual, friendship groups, whatever kind of abundance you're seeking, knowledge, wisdom, it is going to be the transformation that happens within. It is this connecting into yourself and allowing yourself the freedom to just be who you are and love that fully and unconditionally. That is your key to success. This is about you just enjoying who you are, doing what it is you want to do. You have begin now, take your first step. Begin now. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever you want to accomplish, because we're anchoring into this movement forward. So here's the anchor in the heart space, and in the anchor space we have the ship of movement. Okay, so there is big movement forward. The ship is about big movement. It's not little movement. We have a little movement over here, big movement here. And so there is something that really wants to, and it's been a long way to change, something you really wanted. But the key to all of this is you just saying, I don't need everything to be perfect before I start. I don't need everything to be perfect before I start. I don't have to have all of every detail worked out. I can start, and I'll be shown the way, and I will evolve and I will grow, and the plan may evolve and change. And even though you're thinking, well, it's better to be, like have a plan. I get that. I totally do. But I think that if you can just take that first step, you will see the next step to take. We have here in the area of what is the struggle, it's the being open to receiving. So are you open to receiving from the universe? Are you open to receiving from others? Are you open to receiving joy and happiness without criticism? It's so hard because that little voice in our heads, man, that is a tough one to get through. Part of it came from our parents. But when you remember that you chose your parents before you incarnated, you knew that you were going to get that imprinting, and that was part of your journey, was to overcome the critical voice inside in order to move forward in life and in love and in joy and happiness. Look at all of this advice. All right, so Venus is in Leo. I may have mentioned this. I've done so many readings. She is there to help us to empower ourselves, and you have the card of empowering yourself. Tune into your personal power. You are more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be strong, beautiful person that you are capable of being. This is just about you knowing and appreciating the small things about you. You're totally capable. You're totally confident. You're totally competent. And so don't judge what you perceive to be errors or imperfections or whatever, but just keep striding forward because you have pushed to the surface. You have pushed to the surface. You may have become complacent, and you may be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy. Become aware of the dynamics of your life. So it may be that you have to give yourself a little nudge, a little push in order to create this long-awaited change. You have replacing what was lost. You now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This may also indicate abundance on the horizon, which totally is echoed by the sun in the area of resources. So, starfish, if they damage a limb, they can grow a new one. Most of them can. They feel their way around. They have a thick spine, though, right? They're strong and structured, but at the same time, they're very flexible and soft on the inside. And so there's kind of like this movement through your feelings and your ability to if you've lost something, if you've given up something, if you had to let something go, whether this has got to do with your sense of self, your sense of who you are, whatever it is that you've been having to push through at this time, the Spirit is telling you they're here to help you do this. But it almost feels as though it comes down to not judging yourself for being in lack or not capable or whatever. Oh my gosh. So I have strong Virgo placements, and sometimes I hear myself saying, I should be able to do this. I don't know what my problem is. I'm not the only one, right? Like, I should be able to figure this out. And I get really mad at myself if I can't figure something out. And I'm like, I hear my nasty little voice that I give myself, and I'm like, whoa, why am I talking to me like that? And I have to change the voice around and go, okay, I know I can do this. I've done similar things. I'm totally capable of this. I just take a deep breath here. I will figure this out. And when I do that, then it stops all the spinning around craziness that's going on in my head when I get frustrated. I take the deep breath and I go, okay, there is a solution, and I'm capable of finding it. And so whatever this thing is that has got you feeling a little less than, there is nothing in these cards that say that. These cards all say that you're being hard on yourself. These cards all say everything's in place. It's just where you need it to be. And so you have this begin now. Take your first step, and then you have every step counts. And so it is that first step. And so if you are waiting for the right moment, the right time, the right event, the right astrology, the right, I don't know, whatever it is you're looking for, the right is right now. Right now. That could be a phone call. It could be writing down the goal and the dream and sticking it on the bulletin board where you look at it. It could be anything. It could be picking up something that you thought. So you're going to build a house. It could be that you're like, oh my God, I love that pillow. That'll look great in my new house. You buy the pillow. So you're already decorating it because you're already seeing the vision of it coming into completion. Every step counts. So there is an advantage in taking things slowly, breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. So when you're feeling a little stressed out, when you're feeling like a little overwhelmed, when you start doubting yourself, take a deep breath and slow down and just think, what is the next best step? And so even though this is a big, long journey when it's the ship, it's a big change, a big shift, a big moving forward energy here, you only have to take it one step at a time. It is the small details, it is the small steps, it is moving things forward in that way, and it is believing and trusting your intuition, following your intuition, and understanding that everything you need, you are magnetic power that will draw and attract into your life what you need at the right time. This is empowering yourself without judgment. Do not judge. Just keep breathing and moving forward because you have this. I know you do. All right, Virgo, you guys take really good care of yourself. If you would like personal reading, I do those. The information for that is in the description box below. I'd love to have you join me over on Facebook. We get into the astrology every day if you're looking for the perfect astrology. And also, we're working with Venus over there, which is all about empowering ourselves. Take care.